Hello, welcome back to Elephant. Last episode, we finally made it through uh, chapter 3 in full, and we made a bit of progress in chapter 4. So yeah, this episode we're going to continue. I believe we have two more before the conversation level. Okay, conversation. Right, so updates. I finally figured out what script this is. I did a bit of my research, and this script is the Abjadi, which is the uh crap. What alphabet was this? I don't remember, but this was called the Abjadi. I researched this a very long time ago, like at the end of last episode, which was a while before this episode started. Yeah, I kind of forgot what it's called, but it's called the Abjadi. Um, very coincidentally, remember this script where we said that this was a silent letter and this was a silent letter as well? Yeah, it turns out that in this script, this is a silent letter, and so is this. And this script is still in the typical order you'd find it. So this is the first character, this is the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and then seventh, eighth, ninth, tenth, and so on. In order of sound, this is the B sound, the J sound, D sound, H sound, W sound, Z sound. This is the H sound. I don't know what the special H really means, but yeah. This is a special T sound, the Y sound, the K sound, the L sound, M, N, is this the S sound? I believe this is the S sound. And then this is a silent. If you look really closely, this actually really closely matches a lot of the things we've done before. Like if you compare this with the Greek alphabet, B is correct. This is replaced the J sound, which is at least somewhat similar to a CH sound or ch sound. This is the D sound. H, which you could technically say is similar to an E sound. The W and the F don't really match. Z for G, not really. This is an H sound. T sound, not entirely sure about that. This would be a Y sound, which is a J sound. And I guess technically sometimes a J is pronounced as a silent Y. J is pronounced silently as a Y sound. I don't know, I'm yapping. This is the K sound, which matches. The L sound, which matches. The M sound, which matches. And the N sound, which matches. So yeah, I don't remember what the roots of these alphabet are. I don't know which is the root of which, or if they all come from the same root elsewhere. But yeah, a lot of these share similarities, which is pretty cool. Alright, so let's move on. This is level N, I suppose. Yeah, I think this episode we'll just do this one and see if we can actually make it through. I don't know how hard this will be, but hopefully not too challenging. This one should use the braking mechanic, so once again, gonna do this level to make sure I understand the braking mechanic completely. The idea is that if you pull a completed glyph away from a completed Aleph away from its Nikud and its diagonal, it will break. And this is typically very bad. So yeah, either I want to avoid that or I could use it to my advantage. Yeah, it really depends. So far the other level did not use it to my advantage. Rather, it still wanted me to avoid it. Yeah, okay. Okay. So this is how you solve this one. Yeah, okay. Alright. Let's go here and see what this looks like. Okay. Once again, I want to push this in here with much bigger space with fewer of these guys. Well, I say fewer, it's actually a bit more. It looks like there were more in this level, but I think in this level there were only two. Yeah, there were really only two of these things I interacted with. Here there's a possibility for three. Hmm. Very suspicious stuff going on here. Right now this is the only pulling, right? This space exists so I can go up here and pull downwards. Like so. Okay, I could theoretically actually break this. Do I not want to reposition you? I don't think so. Yeah. So this is definitely wrong because I can't get in there. I probably want a diagonal. Seems valid. The only issue is that I need to pull you back here, pull down the LF, and then push forward again. So the goal is to get you into... Okay. The goal is to get you into this area. I can see maybe that sort of working a little bit. Okay. So this should work to push you backwards. We obviously have some other issues. This only really allows me to pull downwards from here. I can't really pull in any other direction. Okay. If I tried really hard, I could... what could I do? Honestly, I could potentially do a break here. I feel like that's what I want. A break is technically valid because I have two of these guys. So a redirection is possible if I break one of the two. Like, I can't really do it here though. That's all I want to pull this, but I can't really force a break to occur. Okay. Is this any better? Maybe a little bit. Hard to say. Because... yeah, what can I really do about that? Okay. Sure. I don't want to touch that yet. So yeah, at no point do I actually want to touch any of these glyphs, these alephs right now. Generally, I want to just... I mean, the goal seems simple. But I think we get very stuck doing this. And I can't really dislodge this at any moment right now. Yeah, it doesn't look possible to dislodge. Is it? I don't think so. Okay. I wonder if this is ever maneuverable. There's no way to pull this out, right? I don't think so. No, it doesn't look like it. I think we really are just dealing with these two things. This feels like a decently classic, I want to break one of these two setups. I say classic as if I've seen some before, but I haven't. This is the first time I'm seeing one. I'm simply saying it's possible because there are two completed Kamat's glyphs, Kamat's vowel sounds here. Nikuds, that's what they're called. I say it's very hard to actually push you guys in any sensible way. I would like this setup, but maybe a bit higher. Because the overall goal is to... the overall goal is to get this a bit higher, then have this combination be at this point, right? When I pull that down, you get a horizontal, and you get a diagonal like so. I can get the diagonal to just be pushed all the way over, which seems a little simple. So the question is it possible to have this setup be one up? Or is it not? It seems like this area up here is very restrictive. It's meant to prevent me from being able to do that. This is not really it. Yeah, this is not really it. Okay. I wonder what other shapes are available. I mean, if we really just looked at this, there are like not that many shapes available to us right now. Also, we haven't done any breaking yet, so I'm a little bit skeptical about this solution. The only issue is like if I want to get up this up to this row to do a breaking, it seems like I have to move this as a horizontal block towards the left by 1. And I'm not sure if that's possible or not. To shift this entire unit horizontally. Because while I can change its direction and make it easy to push horizontally, it no longer stays in its horizontal form. which I would really like. Okay. If I did this instead, is there other things I can do? That's a bit iffy. That'd be a lot more iffy. Okay. If I shoved you down and I went to do this sort of thing, that becomes maneuverable. And in fact, that becomes a way I can actually push stuff around. Oh wow, this is okay, we've managed to move it a little bit. Can't really push it down though, unless I do this and I move you away. That's a bit of progress. In fact, that might be all the progress we need. Because once I put you in this position, I feel like we just wanted to move you one over to the right first. It makes the other setup a lot easier to accomplish, especially one up, like so. And then this is the vision that I had. Pull down, you get this exact shape, and there you go. That was surprisingly not the mechanic I thought was going to be utilized in this level. But hey, good enough. Okay. Great start, great start. Now, this one. So, we know in the last few worlds, this has always been the level where the shivering mechanic came into play. I suppose I should solve one of them as an example. So, for example, in this level, you want to use a shivering mechanic. What is a shivering mechanic? It is when... Let me think about this. It is when you have two Nikuts attempt to touch the same Aleph at the same time. Also, this is wrong. This should have been here when I changed directions. Like so. So this allows me to do this sort of move. I don't quite know if this is right yet. It could have been the other way. Could it have been the other way around? I don't quite know. Also, like what? Oh yeah, yeah. I was meant to put one of these glyphs down here. Okay, I wanted it to be the... I wanted a diagonal. Is that even valid? I don't think so. This doesn't look right. Oh no, but this is right, because I can do this. Okay. Yep, sorry, this is a big mess, but yes. So, I was just showing you the main idea where when two of these glyphs point at the same Aleph, two of these Nikuts point at the same Aleph, you get the shivering effect, which has always only been utilized in this special level down here. So, we're going to expect the same, and we're going to see how it works out. Okay, I am stuck. Well, not entirely, I can do this, but that gets this stuck. I have one pulling. This also looks very stuck. I don't think I can pull this out. There's no other pulling available. Which means that the only direction I can legitimately pull from is here. So towards the left. This is invalid because whatever's here cannot be pulled into my position. I cannot pull from above. So yes. I can leave if I wish to. I can come back if I wish to. So this does not need to have to be stuck here. These are the three Alephs. This looks surprising. I don't know if I like this to be here or not. It looks like possibly the way I would like to do this is one here and one here pointing towards here. The goal is to push this in here. Is it? I don't quite know if that's the case. All in all, I want something to also be here. It has to be this guy, right? Because anything else I push in cannot really be stuck on this row. Like, I will definitely have to push it up to a higher row. Okay. If that is the case, this one is the one that has to turn left... Oh, sorry, right or down right. Which means that very likely it's... I don't know, one of these glyphs has to be pushed into a position that can, like, I don't know, it's somewhere. And the other one is the point down, which faces this. And then the third one is probably gonna just take this one, but yeah. Okay. You can also see this happening. Like, I can move this around, only like in these 4 positions, really. This looks kind of suspicious. And then there's this pulling. Like, what is this pull for? Is a pull maybe to set up... Ah, yes. A pull can set up these 2 LFs... these 2 Nikuts pointing at this LF at the same time. Why would I want that though? Like, that is one way I could do things, but like, how would that be useful? Also, how would I pull that off? Realistically, the only way to get something to point up right at this point is to do something like this, and then this gets very stuck. If that is our starting move, yeah, then that's supposed to happen. I don't see any way to get you to face right or down right now. Like, best I can do is here with... Oh, well... I'd say this is valid. Ah, that's why I want this to be duplicated, right? Yeah, so this is why I want this to happen. I want these 2 glyphs to point at this. Yeah. So that I have free passage up into this chamber. This has free passage across. But right now you can see it's definitely stuck. Okay, I see the vision. How do I get one that points upright though into this glyph? I don't know. However, I do know that the one pointing down right is... possibly a problem. Because it gets stuck here. I'm not entirely sure I can really retrieve it. Is down right even valid at this point? Like, down left is certainly not valid. Like, if I were to pull something across... It has to be this spot and this spot, right? Because all of these have to be free. They just have to be free. So like, if I take this space out, and this space out, and this space out as well, the only 2 other spots I can point at this is here and here. And I need 2 different things to point at this because it can't be that this points and something moves into position at the same time. I realized that actually like pulling down from here is actually valid as well. Yes, but anything stuck in these 2 spots would be stuck here forever. Can't pull them out. So I definitely can't get you into here. Yeah, so no. Okay. Whatever's here should just be here. Makes me wonder how I'm gonna get an up-facing, a down-facing. Well, I just have to get a... Yeah, I just have to use this glyph to redirect. Okay. No, I understand. I understand. What I don't understand is how to get a down diagonal or an up diagonal to work out. I'm supposing you have to use this somehow, but like... It doesn't seem valid at all. Like, unless by some miracle I can maneuver you out of the way? Which doesn't seem very possible right now. Is it possible to lift you up by 1? Yes, yes it is. The way I could do it is using glyphs as blockages. Yes, and this will not move this guy, but it will move the Aleph up. And the Aleph being up is all we need, I believe. It allows me to place... I'm just gonna set you aside first. You are retrievable. I can place 1 of them down here. So when this Aleph is over here, this glyph will point up left. And then this glyph here will point up right. So this should be a good setup. Oh, this guy is badly positioned already. Let's just set you up here first, because we know you're gonna have to be there anyway. Okay, we'll set you out here first. We'll move these guys in position. And then we'll separate these two symbols. We'll continue doing what we did, which is this. You here, you get pulled out. Everything is now in position. Okay. I have to make sure I don't accidentally misfire or misactivate this again. Let's put you there. That's a bit iffy. I think I can do this first to get you out of the way. Then I'll move you out. There you go. I want you... No. Oh, that's a problem. Isn't it? Because I know this has to be here, because we're eventually going to pull it over. But you... You're another problem. Although, I believe I can do that. Is that useful? I need you to be here. But if you're here, it's almost necessary that you are here. Which is a bit awkward, right? I think it's a bit awkward. Unless I can get you to be here while another thing points at the same time. Oh, no, I can do something like this. So, watch this. When I move over, this will get pulled in while this will get pushed out. So it's not these two moving as a set from right to left, but them squishing together to hit that. Wow, that is so cool. Let's not do that. And so this will allow me to push you over. So yeah, it's a three-way. I think we've done three-ways before. But yeah, this lets me do this. I suppose I can just let one of them activate now. I don't even really matters which one. Yeah, because that's... There you go. This one's activatable just by standing on you. That solves it. Clever! Oh, I did not see that interaction. That is very, very neat. Okay, I like that a lot. That just leaves the conversation level. Let's take a look at what it looks like first. Okay, we got you guys. We got a lot of pulling. Okay, so just to take inventory here, taking inventory of what we have. We have potential for any directions worth of pulling. But we have one up pull, one up directional, three... No, is this a down? I think this is considered a down because these guys... Yeah, the Nikuts are pointing in a direction. So these are three lefts. Okay, I'm gonna redraw my diagram then. So we have a down puller, a down redirector, three left redirectors, and one left puller, and then one more puller of unknown direction. Okay, let's see if that tallies with the conversation we are about to watch. Okay, so Elephant comes here, surrounded by ox. There are exactly 8 of them. It's the sound. Okay, I don't know if you can hear them, but... It's the sound that the ox makes when they... Okay, I don't know if you can hear this. I'm gonna try and pump this up for you. But the ox makes a sound. And the type of sound should, I think... Wow, how big can this be? There you go, that's as loud as it can be. Okay. No, we don't quit. So each sound represents a certain action. Let's watch this again, I guess. Okay, so you can hear that 2 different tones. Yeah. I should have paid attention. Okay, I'm gonna draw this again. Sorry, I'm gonna rewatch this. This feels very witness-like. I'm pretty sure that was a witness puzzle that was focusing on tones as well. These two tones in particular. Okay, let's listen again. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry, I feel like I miscounted that. Hold on, one more time. Let me listen to this. I don't need to memorize the directions as well. Okay, there are only 8. Okay, there are only 8. Yes, okay. However, there are 4 sounds of each tone and not 4 of each symbol. There are only 7 symbols and really 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, there are only 7. Real suspicious. Okay, let's work on the directions now. I'm gonna look at the directions of the facing directions of which speaks what. Interesting. So it looks like it went left, 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 down, right, up, down, right, down, right. Just checking again. Yeah. Okay, it's interesting because in here there are completed symbols that are in none of the that completed symbols that point down. If we interpret this to be pointing left, then this is pointing down. Which means that there is no symbol for pointing up. There is no symbol for pointing diagonally either. And you can't create multiple of them using just this alone. But you can hear, this is the low tone, and this is the high tone. Okay, so the low tones are the redirectors, the high tones are the pullers. If I looked at my list, there are 8 sounds total and 7 glyphs. It is possible we reuse one of them. There are 4 redirectors and 4 pullers. At this point, there will only be 3 pullers here, which means that 1 puller has to be used twice. Maybe? I don't know how pulling works really. It's redirect, pull, pull, redirect, pull, pull, redirect, redirect. Yeah, so it's this, and then this twice. But the directions also matter, right? I don't know how to interpret the directions because the directions in the cutscene don't match up at all with the directions that... No. I don't get it. How do these directions work? I have the directions written down, just don't have the like legitimate things to do with them. Oh, you know what? No, I'm really stupid. Pulling changes directions. Duh. Of course. So the directions probably are right here. Interesting. So, okay. Let me see if I can do this, if I can collate all of these down into a final transcript of what I need to make transcript. So it's a left redirect, followed by a left pull, another left pull, and the left pull doesn't refer to the direction I pull, it refers to the glyph that I step on. So like for example, this is a left pull. This is the pulling of a left puller. Then it's a down diagonal redirect, or down left redirect, a pulling on a down right puller, a pulling on an up puller, and then 2 more down right redirects. Oh, down left, sorry. And each redirect is used exactly once. Okay. If you were to do this logically, how would we do this? We start off with a left redirect, which has to be one of these 3. Likely, probably one of the edges ones. We need to somehow be able to then do a pull on a left facing. So it's either this, which makes sense to me. So that's valid, right? That is 2 pulls on the left. And because we have 3 of these, it is valid to use this twice. So I'm saying that this looks like a valid step to get 2 of the 8 symbols I need. So it's one of these followed by one of these. Okay. So possibly what I can also try is something like this. Don't know if that really gets anything to work out here. We might have a problem because the next step after this is a redirect on a glyph that is facing down left. So something has to face, like one of these glyphs has to face down left at some point. It is likely this glyph. It's a redirect that is down left because I don't think any of these can become a redirect yet. Unless I pull up, which is valid. Okay. What could that even mean? Like, this firstly pulls you in the direction to face left already. It isn't really quite possible to push the Aleph there up yet to make you face the right way. But we have a lot of options here. Our eventual midpoint goal is to do a down left redirect. So it's either these guys that are each pulled down, or it's this guy that is whose Aleph is pulled. Okay. So okay. Let me figure this out. This is a very stuck thing. It's very stuck. Likely I have to use you to pull one of these 2 things out. Right now we can consider this unit to be completely stuck. Why in the world is this spot down here useful? Why would I ever need that? Is it so that if this Aleph were pulled out, I can push this entire thing back in? That would allow me to access this guy, I guess. By pushing up afterwards. Maybe that's what I want. There is an upward pull, which is likely linked to you. Somewhere down the line. We have, additionally, a down diagonal pull, which is probably linked to you, although I'm not entirely sure. Right. Okay. I don't know. That looks really interesting, doesn't it? I can do this. Is this going to be useful? I don't think this is that useful. Like, this blocks the way, really. This gets you out, at least. But this doesn't accomplish the down right that I want. I need to activate this guy for something to face that. No, it doesn't look possible. Theoretically, if I don't pull anything, this move wouldn't do anything to me. Right? Seems possible. But I mean, this guy is always gonna do something, and I can't step here to push it away first. So like, it's always gonna activate when I pull it out like that. Unless that's not true. I don't know. I mean, this will pull things. I mean, if it didn't pull things, I could just keep moving this way, but I don't think so. Okay. Two left pulls. I mean, just stepping here is so useless, though. There has to be a pull coming out of this that does something, but the only pull I can do is doing that. And I can't avoid this pull, can I? If I could avoid this pull, then it would be very nice. You know. I can almost avoid it, but this pull always exists. This won't pull, so it technically is somewhat home free on this one, but not really. I say home free, that's not even a valid use of that word. Okay. Left, left, left. This one is temporarily stuck. If they're involved, this just feels really bad. I was thinking if I could get this to connect to you right now, but I don't think it's valid. I mean, it looks like it definitely has to happen at some point, right? This facing down diagonal, the point at this. Because there is a down diagonal pull at some point here. I just don't know how that could happen. Okay. Left pull, no, left redirect, then pull and pull again. There's one step on activating you. Okay, so are we almost determined that this connects down diagonally? Or could it be that it connects in some other way and then is pulled to become down diagonal before being activated? I don't quite think so. In fact, this move looks really bad, by the way. If I pull, because it would pull this glyph upwards, preventing me from stepping on it. This is the up pull. We have two more down diagonal redirects at some point. When in the world am I gonna have down diagonal redirects? These are fine. These are all really hard to turn into down diagonal, like down lefts. I need to pull down on them and then pull left on them twice. I need to do this with two glyphs, which feels invalid. I don't seem to get very much mileage. I don't see mileage. I don't seem to get much information out of this one, so I think I'm gonna leave this for next episode when I'm in a bit of a clearer state of mind. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this episode. We made it pretty far, so let's hope we keep going. So yeah, hope, until next episode. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Bye bye.